Hi class, I'm your instructor Mark Duncan, and welcome to Integrated Marketing Communications. This slide lays out the grading for the different projects and assignments that you'll have in the class. I may modify this slightly. When I do, if I do, I'll let you know, but this should match what you see in the syllabus. It's worth noting that one of the projects is a video project. I will be giving you some insight on how to prepare one, but fundamentally it's a self-taught exercise. I'll give you a couple of topics to consider, but be looking for in emails and in week number 2 some direction on how to begin understanding how to prepare a video on your own. For those of you that have taken marketing, you should be familiar with the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. And these essentially are your tools that you have to work with in constructing a marketing strategy for your product or service. If you think, for example, of an iPhone, it's far more, its core product is that it's a phone. At least that's how it began. At this point, however, the iPhone is really just a name for a product that is far more about being a communication and entertainment tool. Other aspects that define a product include its brand, its design features. The iPhone's a good example. The packaging. Apple's very good about packaging. Things like warranties and return policies brings up, in my mind at least, an image of companies like Nordstrom's. These all relate in the end to the price that that particular brand can charge for its products and services. And price can take a number of forms. The place is where the means through which it's actually sold, and Apple is unique in that context in that it sells primarily through Apple stores, though not exclusively anymore. And then finally, The fourth P is promotion, which is what this class really is all about. It's typically what people think of when they hear the term marketing, but it's just a subset within the other three P's, and it's how we promote our concept. The marketing process begins with articulating our particular product or service. And if you think back to the last slide of product, a product is easy to define as its core, like a running shoe, but it's usually far more than that. It's all about the brand that you're dealing with that product or service, level of service, warranties, etc. After we've defined our product or service, as far as those sub-elements of the core product or service, we look for groups of people that share a common need whom we might want to target. A target market is a segmentation group that is a good fit for our particular product or service. We could have one to several target markets. Whether or not they're a good target market depends on whether they are measurable, actionable, substantial, accessible, and differentiable. If they are, then we can position our product. This is where promotion begins. We'll position our product relative to the competitors within that market space. We articulate at this point our value proposition, and we begin to consider various communication messages, and then we select the various venues through which we can communicate our value proposition and the various elements of our product or service that we believe will resonate with our intended target markets. Marketing research takes a look at all various stages of this process in its entirety, going back to what products or services might be have market demand within the marketplace, or how we might over time tweak our product or service, developing segments, new target markets, what advertisements are working, what media is working, etc., etc. So again, this class is about promotion, which again is one aspect of marketing. Marketing, though, is more about strategy, and promotion is more about advertising, personal selling, sales promotions, public relations, and then the fifth element, direct marketing. So we'll look at these various elements or aspects of promotion, and then the various tools that we have within each of them to promote our product or service. So again, promotion is one element of our overall marketing strategy that complements the other three. An integrated marketing communication is really about putting all these various tools together in a formula that maximizes our dollars spent, gives us the best return on investment after considering or researching again who our target market is, the various messages that we believe we need to resonate with our intended target market through appropriate venues that we're most likely to make a connection with them. Now, when you think about it, there are so many venues anymore. The internet has changed that considerably. There are developing new technologies all the time, new applications like social network that create a number of different, a myriad really of different ways that we receive messages anymore. It used to be in pre-internet that somebody could encounter 1,500 different messages a day through radio, through TV. Well, now it's on the order of thousands. And so it's critical in our strategies that we have a clear understanding of our customer, who they are, how they see our product, and how we can best connect with them and maintain that connection over time through the various media that exists. And again, that's what integrated marketing is about. Now, promotion is one element of your overall marketing plan, and we'll talk more about that later. What's the relevance of this in your overall communication effort? What is your objective? Well, your objective is to promote in a manner that builds brand awareness, gets people to try our product, increase customer satisfaction, increase sales, which could be dollar sales or unit sales, increase market share, etc. These are all objectives that we state before we ever begin or even begin to construct our promotional effort. It's important to have a clear understanding before you begin construction and implementation of a promotional effort what it is that you want to do, because we promote for different reasons. It's reflexive to say our objective is to make more money, but that's really a bad objective. Again, we promote for different reasons, like building customer satisfaction, like building brand awareness, like moving inventory quickly, and they're all different. So before you begin a promotion, you want to do two things. Be clear you identify what the outcome is that you intend to accomplish with this particular promotion, and then have a way to measure whether or not you achieve that particular outcome. Now again, technology has afforded marketers with a myriad of different new tools that they can utilize to engage themselves with their customers and communicate their different messages. And the key to what I just said with these new technologies is that they engage with the customer. What you want to do as a marketer anymore, given these tools, is to set up a communication or a conversation with your customers. And one way this has been done, obviously, is via the increase in micro-marketing, including YouTube video, podcasts, and messaging of different kinds. That takes us into chapter 2. I'll try to get through this quickly. So one of our objectives, again, is through this messaging and integrated marketing, is to create the right image for our particular product or service. Changing an image is very difficult. If you're familiar with what happened to JCPenney's, that's a great example where an effort is made to try to change the image of a company or the position of a company that it shares with its competition and in the mind's eye of the customer. One of the things that's key to integrated communications is the development and maturation of corporate logos. Corporate logos are important because they create almost, in many cases, if you look at McDonald's, a Pavlovian response when they're viewed. If it's something like Nordstrom's or Nike, it so evokes thoughts of quality, image, and all sorts of different things. Interestingly, colors are very important in defining logos. Think of some logos like Starbucks. What are the colors? What are the green and black? What does green and black typically indicate? Seriousness, tranquility, health, freshness, etc. Those, and then white would be another one. But those are colors that evoke those kinds of responses subliminally or overtly. We just mentioned Starbucks. There, the color was white, purity, truthfulness, faith. And when you think about Starbucks, that's fairly indicative of, I think, what they try to evoke in terms of their image through their logo and through their products that they offer. So brand building is important. Why is it important? Well, it distinguishes you in one sense, real or perceived, and perception is 95% of reality, as I used to say. So it doesn't really matter if your coffee is better than the competition if the marketplace believes it is. So brand loyalty is your ultimate objective, and brand loyalty connotes to or relates to ultimately loyalty. Loyal customers buy more, they speak well via word of mouth, and so they are good ambassadors in terms of selling or promoting your product. There's a lot of value for benefits of brand awareness. the most important being brand equity. It gives you what's known in the marketplace as pricing power. You can achieve higher margins, and that means more profits, additional retail shelf space when you think of Pepsi and Coca-Cola, for example. All are advantages of a strong brand and a strong brand awareness. These go back to product. One of the important things in your overall integrated communication plans is packaging, as that's normally where people see you first. And so packaging, uh, labels, etc., are all integral in beginning or effecting your initial communications, and we'll talk about those later. For now, that's my presentation for week 1.